Morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Friday, 21st March 2025. Welcome to yet another episode of pre-market commentary. After a very long time, I'm discussing specific stocks, but please note that I am not a SEBI registered advisor. No recommendations here. These are all my personal opinions, and I'm talking of stocks for intraday, which is intraday trading is very risky. Today is also the third Friday of the month. Generally, third Friday of the month, the markets are subdued. I don't know why it happens. It's too much of a eerie coincidence because on the third Friday of the month, the options expiry happens in the US. So I think global fund flows affect all markets and so much so Indian markets. So generally, in a bull market, if the markets fall on Friday, that is a good time to accumulate on Friday or on Monday. This is my observation. About 75% of the time, this works. Of course, it doesn't work 25% of the time. The reason it doesn't work 25% of the time mostly is because if there is a lot of short position in the US markets, which I think it is, then US markets begin to flare up on Friday instead of coming down. Generally, they come down on the third Friday and volatility will be there. But sometimes, because of huge short positions, the prices actually go up. So it is quite possible that today we may actually see our markets going up. But one should be prepared for buying on decline is while understanding of the market. This is not an advice, no recommendations, nothing. So why is it specific about India? Why is it going to be about stock specific for the day? See, we have had a very good run in the last 4 or 5 days. We had a 6% rise in mid cap, 6% rise in small cap, 4% rise in Nifty. So there is some saturation at higher level. So you can expect some selling to come at higher levels. However, stocks, independent stocks will play a big role today, and I'll tell you why. Today is the FTSE rebalancing day. This will lead to about $1.4 billion of passive inflows as far as the IIFL report is. So the last half an hour is when the huge volatility will be there in the stocks which get into the FTSE index. So the index provider is adding 361, that's a brokerage firm, FACT, BSE, and Bajaj Housing Finance. These are all getting into the FTSE All World Index. They are new ones. So you will see some buying in the last half an hour, and also some people who have warehouse these stocks. People know that 21st March Friday will be the day when FTSE rebalancing takes place. So a lot of people might have bought it yesterday or last week. So they'll be waiting to sell at higher levels because the passive funds are supposed to come and buy in the last half an hour. This is a game going on for a very long time, and one may want to look at what is happening during this last half an hour in these prices. Then FTSE is also increasing the weight of ICICI and Kotak. So this also will be in focus. ICICI is supposed to attract about $389 million and Kotak will attract about $155 million. So you have four stocks which are getting into the index, which is 361, FACT, BSE and Bajaj Housing Finance. Two stocks, there is an increase of weightage, ICICI Bank and Kotak. Then there is another news about Hindustan Lever is acquiring a 14.3 stake in Lucro Plasticine for their internal consumption. So Hindustan Lever also is likely to be in focus. Then there is Bain Capital, which is bought or going to buy 18% in Manappuram Finance for 4,385 crores. Then they become the promoter after the open offer. So Manappuram Gold also, Manappuram Finance could be in the limelight. Then you have Bajaj Finance. Bajaj Finance has elevated Rajiv Jain to vice chairman and Anup Saha named as MD. Now there was some, speculation whether Rajiv Jain will become vice chairman or not. So this is good news. So it may show some strength in the Bajaj Finance. Then the bad news. Accenture yesterday fell down 7% because they are seeing a cloudy future in the US. Now, Indian IT stocks follow what Accenture does. If Accenture falls there, I am expecting IT stocks to be under pressure today because they are the same business. Though Accenture is a very huge company, but still, and these guys are much small. And if Accenture gets hurt, then all the IT stocks are logically going to get hurt. So what are the cues this morning? Yesterday, Nifty hit a 1-month high. closed about 23,100, surpassing 50 DMA for the technical analyst. 50 DMA is very, very important. Mid cap and small cap, as I said, did very well. Fourth consecutive session. Bank Nifty closed above 50,000 mark. Nifty auto advanced for fourth session, hitting a 2 week high because generally the industry people feel that opening up to Tesla will not hurt the local manufacturers because Tesla's price range is completely different from what the local manufacturers sell, even in the premier segment. So FMCG hit a new high, IT hit a new high, 1 week high, basically led by TCS Infosys because it's highly oversold. So I have a feeling that will again come down. Metal is the strongest component of the market, and it has already broken above the February highs, which I had mentioned, which I had shown. So metal doing very well. Realty is now backing up because realty was also one of the worst hit. Realty and media were one of the two worst hit sectors. So they are doing well. Nifty Pharma continues to go up slowly and steadily. Global equities were all in kind of confusion. Markets opened in US very dramatically lower. They fought back in the first 1 hour, and then at the end they closed almost flat as far as Dow Jones, Nasdaq is concerned. Dow Jones is concerned. S&P and Nasdaq still fell vis-a-vis what happened day before yesterday. DAX really led the big fall in European market, but DAX also recovered. It closed down about 1.24%. It was more than 2% lower at one point of time. CAC also got hurt, closing close to 1%, whereas FTSE closed almost flat. And commodities, oil is on the boil because there is some problem in the Middle East. So there is some tension. Therefore, oil is going up. Gold now is trading comfortably about 3,025. 3,000 was a very strong resistance. It is crossed and went to 3,025. Now it is trading comfortably about 3,025. Now silver is the only commodity among the precious metals which has not moved up. So I believe that it's a matter of time before silver moves up. I have been hammering this point time and again. We are very bullish on silver. We have 40% of our portfolio in gold and silver. Out of that, 66% of the component of the precious metals we are holding in silver. So at least 30% we have in silver in all our portfolios. With all this, the GIFT Nifty is showing a flat opening. I feel more than the index, one should look at stocks. I've mentioned the number of stocks which could do well, and those are the places we could be buying or selling, significant buying or selling, significant volumes. Today, volumes will be very, very high because of the FTSE rebalancing. So we go into the day with cautiously bullish, and I look to trade intraday in those stocks which are getting into the FTSE index and also which have got news behind them. I'll avoid getting into IT because I am not shorting this market at all. I've not shorted a single stock since last 6 months. So I want to maintain buy on decline. Index may do nothing much, but stocks today will be the stocks market rather than stock market, I would say. Whatever you do today, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining me.